right, everyone. Welcome back to another one. This is the Trading Room brought to you by TD Markets and TD Markets Academy. Welcome back to a Thursday afternoon. I'm glad to be here again. We had one this past Tuesday and now we have another one today. All right. So just before we get started, remember the information discussed in this session is not opinion and should never be wait, let me go back. What I'm meant to say is the information discussed is only opinion and should never be taken as financial advice. All right. Very important that you note the disclaimer. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are back again. Now the sound is good. All right. Thank you for your patience on Tuesday. The sound was a little bit not up to the standard, but now we are back. All right. Hope you guys are well. Angelica, I can see you. Jules, I can see you. Juliet, I can see you also on the 9th of October. All right. Happy to be back with you guys. We're going to have a look at the charts. We're going to discuss some trading opportunities. And yeah, we'll see what we can get. All right. But you guys will notice that we are sticking to the same old script. All right. The direction we've been talking about for the past month, for the past 2 months, you are sticking to that script, right? Just to that direction. So there are no major changes. What we're gonna do is just to update the setup. All right. You see a lot of retracements, a lot of corrections. So we're gonna update those. But the direction we spoke about remains the same. All right. Before we get started, remember, if you want to open up an account with us, our website is tdmarkets.com. That's where you can get the types of accounts we have for you guys, right? From your standard to your mini to your micro account, we have all of them here. So that's tdmarkets.com. We also have education, right? If you want to learn more about trading, you can access us on TD Markets Academy. All you need is an account, and then you'll be able to get access, right? Or if you do have an account, speak to your account manager, let them include you in our education, or you can send us an email to care@tdmarkets.com, right? All you need is an account, and then do send us an email to care@tdmarkets.com. We will sort you out, all right? And yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We are gonna get started with our session. As you guys can see on the calendar, we don't have anything significant in terms of our economic indicators. All right. We know that there is the government shutdown is still ongoing, so it is affecting the US main indicators or the US economic indicators. So your NFP didn't happen last week. Next week we've got CPI. We'll see if CPI will come out, but all the US economic indicators, there's a delay on those. So next week's CPI might not happen. All right. Please take note. It might not happen. Let me see. It's next week, right? It should be next week. Yeah. On the 15th, this might not happen. So we just keep a close eye on it, guys, right? And provide you guys with updates on our opening bells, on our trading rooms, of course. But yeah, so just keep a very close eye there. All right. So guys, let's get it started. We spoke about a lot of trade opportunities on Tuesday. Hope you guys have been following those, and we're going to do some updates, all right? But I want to know from you guys, where must we start, right? Where should we start? Where should we start? Where should you start? I've got all pairs prepared for you guys. Where must we start? What are you looking at? What are you trading right now? Which positions are you in? On what? Let's talk a little bit more about that, all right? Let's go. All right, let's see. Yeah, definitely, right? You see, all these pairs you guys are, typing on the chat right now, direction is still the same. If we look at gold, right, gold is still bullish, all right? We had a retracement on gold, we had a correction on gold, and it has broken out, right? Depending on your entries, right? This could have been an entry. this retest could have been an entry. So there was two possible entry areas here, right? That breakout could have been an entry. This retest could have been an entry, depending on obviously what you use as your entries. All right. So now from here on, where is gold going? According to structure, it seems like we've got this higher low. We have this higher high, right? Where is gold going? It's pushing back to that higher high, right? There's a cycle that we have here. There's an ABC formation we have. So yeah, so where gold is right now, it is on this high, most likely going to break this high, right? Most likely going to break this high. Now, should it break this high, then there is going to be a setup there, right? There is going to be a setup because the possibility we would get from this is a break retest. That's a possibility we would get, all right? So let's see what's going to happen. A break towards the upside, above the structure. Any retest from there, I mean, there's a retest now forming. Any retest from there, then we are gonna go up to complete this cycle, right? So gold remains bullish, extremely bullish. I'm loving this price action because it failed to go below this low, right? You see this bounce, we have that bounce again there. So we've got this higher low that's forming, right? Hence price went up to this higher high. Right, there was a cycle there. But now in terms of the bigger cycle, we are seeing the same thing. Again, the same thing. All right, so yeah, so gold, it has moved. It's gonna continue flying. So there could be a setup here. Break, retest, and then a continuation up. A continuation up. All right, so anybody looking at gold, this is how it looks. The current price action, current structure, this is how it looks at the moment. So a continuation towards the upside now. Continuation towards the upside, right? I also want to, before we continue, right, I also want to look at USD JPY because at the moment, there is a correlation between gold and USD JPY. I'm sure you guys know about it, right? It's an inverse correlation. Now, what that means is that they move in opposite directions, right? So when gold goes up, USD JPY goes down and vice versa. However, right, that correlation is messed up at the moment. That correlation is not on point at the moment because of what's happening from a geopolitical point of view, from a fundamental standpoint, right? That is not the case at the moment. So if you are used to the correlation between USD JPY and gold, you will notice that right now it's not working. It's not working, right? USD JPY is going up, gold is going up as well. So that's why I want to touch on USD JPY quickly, right? So USD JPY, right? Where is this going? This one is pretty clear, guys, right? USD JPY is pretty clear. It's going back to this high, right? It's pretty clear in terms of the structure we're seeing right now, because we can see that overall, the bigger structure is bullish, right? You can also stretch it back. You can also zoom out. And then you'll notice that everything has just been bullish. All right? So at the moment, the market has resumed towards the upside, trading in line with the bigger structure. So which means it is trading within an impulse of a bullish trend, right? Which is a bullish impulse. So now USD JPY can we can easily see this go up there, right? But before we get there, there are certain structures that we can look at, right? Like this structure. This is a possible target here, right? Anticipating that because we created this high, we're going to go back to that high. That is an area for take profit. Another area for take profit, of course, is going to be this high, right? Projecting that we are going to go back to that high, right? To that high, right? Before we eventually go all the way there. So this one is pretty clear, right? It is trading above the structure. Right? That's why market structure is very important. Market structure is king. It is trading above the structure. We have broken above the previous highs, right? We guys can see. So this is an impulse. So any correction that forms here, we are likely going to continue this trend towards the upside, right? There's a higher probability that you're going to continue this trend towards the upside because everything is in line now. The current bullish wave is in line with the overall structure. So that is gonna give us a proper setup. So USD JPY, any correction that forms, right, and then gives us a higher low, right, just like this higher low, will most likely take us all the way back to that high. So this is a setup worth looking at, right? And at the same time, gold is also moving up, so the correlation is not on point. So gold is gonna end up on that high, right? There's a correction forming, the market broke, so there's structure forming here. So yeah, so just thought I should just hoy that in there so that you are aware. All right, USD Swiss, it should be going up. USD Swiss should be going up. Let's see. Yeah, no, USD Swiss, this one remains bullish, right? I mean, it broke out of this, right? Let me do this. It broke out of that. So from this low, it broke out of that. So obviously the structure is changing. All right. So USD Swiss, we have this resistance here. We've got this resistance where we can see price go to, right? We could easily see price go there. So it's just a matter of finding your setups, but it has broken towards the upside. It is also broken above this neckline, right? This area here, an area of neckline, right? We've broken above that. Obviously, this is a zone, right? This is a zone. Yeah, it has broken above that zone. So any correction, any pullback that happens here, we are likely going to continue trading towards the upside, right? We're likely going to continue trading towards the upside. So the trend we are focusing on is this one. Let me just do this. The trend we focus on right now is going to be this one, right? I don't need to draw these trend lines, but just to show you guys what we're focusing on. There we go. It's clear. We're going to get a higher high, waiting for a higher low, and then a continuation towards the upside. Right. So USD Swiss, yeah, like I said, it should be pushing up, the same as USD CAD, right? So just look for your setups, and then this is the area. We'll then do do more updates when price gets there, right? So let's wait for price to get there. We'll do more updates. But yeah, it's bullish, right? It's bullish. The DXY, guys, right? You guys must keep an eye on the DXY. You must keep an eye on the DXY because it's going up. You see how this USD Swiss is looking. The DXY looks exactly like this, right? In terms of the formations here, it looks exactly like this. So the DXY broke out of this channel as well. There's a channel there. You guys must go and have a look at that. There's a channel. It broke out of the channel, and then it's pushing up at the moment. There's a signal that the dollar is getting stronger, right? Or the dollar continues its strength. So as long as the DXY goes up, you can anticipate or you can expect USD Swiss to go up, USD JPY to go up, USD CAD to go up, Euro USD to go down. You know, you can expect those things there. Yeah. So USD Swiss here, this one is a good one for some upside. All right. We've got AUD USD up next, which is, so AUD USD is trapped inside this, right? Trapped inside this. Now it seems like this is going to drop, right? At the moment, it's just consolidating inside this. Now, dollar strength, right, is going to push this towards the downside. So the DXY is bullish. So there's a lot of dollar strength at the moment, and it's likely going to push this towards the downside. So I've got this low here. I've got this low, right? In terms of this pure price action, a break below this low, then we should be getting that push towards the downside, a break below that low, right? We also have this resistance. So with this price action, there could be a bounce or a retest. There could be a retest of that resistance, and then we can get this push towards the downside. You see how it is? But if it breaks, if it happens that it breaks towards the upside, I mean, it's all about looking for your setups there, right? Your setups will tell you, your setups will give you that confirmation. So at the moment, there's no setup at the moment, right? At least for me, there's no setup. But if price goes back down, goes back to this area here, then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait I'm going to wait for my setups, right? If I find my setup, then I know we're going to go down. But if I don't find a setup, if I don't find my setup, that means I don't have any confirmations that price will drop. You see how it is. So with this one, there's a possibility that we're going to push up one more time, right? Reject and then go down. And there's a possibility again that this is going to drop without going back to that resistance, right? It's going to break out without going back to that resistance. So let's see what's going to happen, right? It is currently consolidating at the moment, currently consolidating. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen there. What's going to happen, right? If this breaks towards the upside, then we will reanalyze. Definitely, we'll reanalyze. This is not what we're anticipating, right? This is not what we're anticipating, but if it happens, we'll come back and reanalyze and see, hey, are we getting a change of structure? Is there another pattern formation? We'll see. But as it is right now, looking for a continuation towards the downside. So that is AUD USD, right? AUD NZD remains bullish. AUD NZD, that one remains bullish, right? Let me open it. Let me just find it here. But it remains bullish. Just looking for our setups there. Just give me 1 second. Let me look for it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, this one is going back to this high, right? It's going back to that high there. All right. So there was, I haven't had a setup on this one. I haven't had a setup on this one as yet, but let's see, right? It's pushing up. Yeah, this one is going up, guys. We've already done the analysis. It's pushing up, right? So if we can get a correction there, we're looking for one more push, right? We're looking for one more push towards the upside. So let's see what's going to happen, right? But it's going up. It's going back to this high. It's going back to that high. All right. So that's AUD NZD. I mean, a buy on gold. Okay. Yeah. We already spoke about gold, right? Gold remains bullish. As long as you manage that position, you've got your stop losses where you need to put them and all of that. As long as you manage your position, but this is bullish. This is bullish, right? If we can clear out of this, then definitely this is gonna fly, right? At the moment, it's creating a structure, right? As long as we can clear out of that, then we're pushing up. So let's see what's gonna happen there, right? Let's see what's gonna happen. We're not expecting any move towards the downside, right? As far as this formation and structure is concerned, we are not expecting any move towards the downside. We're expecting that push towards the upside. All right. So yeah. So this one is clear. It's pretty clear. All right. Let's see. Okay. So that's an update on gold, and then you've got Euro USD. Euro USD. I posted a chart yesterday on Euro USD that is gonna drop. All right. In fact, it was on Monday, as well as it was on Monday as well as yesterday that Euro USD is gonna drop. So maybe just go back to Facebook and Instagram to check that analysis. So Euro USD, it has successfully dropped. All right. So now we're anticipating this to come back to this support, right? It's going back to this support. You see that? At the moment, there's no setup. The setup was at the breakout there. All right. So this move is going back down to this low. So if you're holding any positions on Euro USD, all right, there's a support which is attracted to. Now from this support, we'll see what's going to happen from this support. All right. We'll see if it breaks the support, then definitely we're going down. All right. So this is the possibility. We've got the possibility of this going back down to this low. You see how it is. So Euro USD, pretty straightforward. We're getting that one more push down. So then we'll come back and see what's going to happen here, guys. All right. So yeah. So that's Euro USD. Straightforward. All right. Euro AUD is about to break. I was looking at it. I'm waiting for it. It's about to break. So let's go to Euro AUD. All right. Where's Euro AUD? Just 1 second. There we go. Yeah, Euro. My goodness, look at this. Okay, now we're breaking down now. Ooh, this thing is gonna fall. You see this? This is gonna fall now, right? This is gonna fall. About 400 pips. Yeah, no. Euro AUD, we've been patient. Unfortunately, this one did not go up. Unfortunately, didn't go up. So now we're getting this possibility now. All right. So yeah, so we're expecting Euro AUD to come back down to this low. Hesh, this one's gonna be a nice one. This is gonna be a nice one. My goodness. All right. Yeah, so it's just a matter of finding our setups now. Look at how aggressive that candle is, right? Find your setups, you lock in, you manage your position, you're done. You just be patient with this one. Just be patient with it. Right, so update on Euro AUD, there we go. This one is going down now. It's a simple break and retest, all right? Just waiting for a retest. And then boom, we're going down. All right, there we go. So that's Euro AUD, all right, Euro AUD. German 30, let's see what happened on German 30, right? It's supposed to be going up and completing that formation we spoke about, right? Let's see if there's been any changes on that. Yeah, I mean, there we go. German 30 is done. We spoke about German 30 pushing up. Remember that on Tuesday. It's done. There we go. There, boom. Right. So this is what I mean, guys, right? So let me just pause here quickly, right? I'm going to make an example with German 30. Now, what I said in the beginning of the session is we are sticking to the same script. Remember the direction we spoke about 2 months back, 3 months back, a month back, right? Now we're seeing the market moving in that direction. So whatever we spoke about 2 months, 3 months ago, the market is still moving in that direction. All we're doing each and every week is to update the setups, see if there's any changes, see how we can get those trade ideas. Now, German 30, we spoke about German 30 on Monday. On Tuesday. We spoke about German 30 on Tuesday. That is going to go up, right? And then, I mean, the direction was clear. We were just looking for a continuation of this move, right? So now on Tuesday, what happened was this was correcting, all right? And then according to this correction, it was clear that, hey, this is going to push towards the upside. You see how it is? So German 30, it's done. There we go. We're pushing up, right? Now from here, all right. So AJ, I got you. Relax, calm down. I got you. Right? There's no need to put all of those. There's no need to do that. There's absolutely no need to do that. I've got you. Relax. All right? Calm down, relax. I got you. There's no need to do that. So German 30, there we go. All right. So this one has broken towards the upside. And then, yeah, we're anticipating this to continue pushing up. All right. Just to continue pushing up. So yeah, so as long as it gives you those continuation patterns, then you just ride the trend, because overall the trend is bullish, right? Overall is bullish. You just continue riding it. That's it. Just like that. All right. So yeah, so that's German 30, an update on German 30 there, right? Beautiful one. If you caught this one, beautiful one. All right. Now we're going to go back to USD JPY. We spoke about USD JPY in the beginning of the session. We're going to go back to it. All right. Where's the chart? There we go. So USD JPY, we are bullish on this one. We're anticipating, I mean, the overall structure is bullish. And then we had a low here, right? We had a low there, and then price is broken towards the upside. So at the moment, USD JPY is bullish. The current cycle and structure are bullish. The market is breaking above resistance zones, right? So that's an indication that there's a lot of buying momentum. There's a lot of buying pressure, All right. So now all we're looking for is a correction. We're looking for a correction so that we can find our setups, right? That's what we're looking for, a correction so we can find our setups. So USD JPY is it's a simple one. It's a simple one, this one. We just continue this trend towards the upside. We just continue this trend towards the upside. All right. Sorry, I missed Ethereum. I saw Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, all right. So let's go back to the crypto, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, USD JPY is bullish. Bitcoin, there's a retracement on Bitcoin. There's a correction on Bitcoin, all right? So again, Bitcoin and gold are extremely bullish. So the approach you want to take is to remain long-term bullish and short-term bearish, right? If it happens that you find short positions, those must be short-term, right? But if you find a buy, that has the potential to turn long-term. So we are going with that mindset. Also, what's happening fundamentally on these things, I mean, there was a session where I went down the fundamentals, the crypto fundamentals, and I mentioned things like your treasury, institutions, all of those things, right? We already spoke about that. So what you need to know is that there's a lot of demand on Bitcoin and the crypto as a whole. Not as a whole, but the crypto and certain meme coins, right? I want you guys to do research on the following. I want you guys to do research on the following, all right? Altcoin season index. Altcoin season index, all right? This is an index that tells us whether there is demand in the altcoins or not, right? Altcoin season index. I want you guys also to do research on Bitcoin dominance, right? This is like the fundamentals of the crypto at the moment, Bitcoin dominance, all right? And also, you must also do research on the market cap, crypto market cap, because there are times where the market cap goes down, goes up, and there are reasons why the market cap goes down and goes up, right? At the moment, the market cap is above, I think, $4.1 trillion. Yeah, $4.1 trillion. It went down to 3.8, 3.9, right? At around September, it went down because there was liquidation of short positions, all right? There was the moving of funds and so forth. I can't get deep into that at the moment, but you guys will do research on that, right? Look at the crypto market cap, and just learn these things, right? Now, these things, they then gonna give us an idea, an overall sentiment around the crypto, right? Obviously, this is not the only things to do to do research on, but don't worry, I'll just give you guys more, right? So do this for now, do research on this, and then you will then realize where the crypto is at the moment, right? What are the positions, what is the sentiment, and all of those things. So to keep it very simple for this session, there's a lot of demand in Bitcoin. There's a lot of demand in also the altcoins, all right? There are certain altcoins that are going down at the moment, but the demand is still there. There's also your regulatory, your SEC regulations and all of that. There's just a lot, guys, with the crypto. There's just a lot. So what we want to do now is to continue buying Bitcoin, right? Continue buying Bitcoin. As we can see, this is what's happening at the moment. Let me just break it down. So we have this low here. You see how the market made this low. And then recently, it is struggling to break past this structure. So this structure is holding price. So it seems like we're going to form a higher low here. Should this become a higher low, then whatever you see here is likely going to go up. All right. So let me go to a lower time frame. So the 1 hour, this is how the 1 hour is looking. So we've got this as our possible higher low, right? Good. And then now we've got this structure that's forming. Look at how price is bouncing from this structure, which is good. If we are looking for buy opportunities, it's good, right? Now from there, it will depend whether you are looking at a break of this, right? I'm going to show you a few ways, a few ideas. You see how the market broke out of this. It will depend on you whether you're going to use the break of this structure to look for longs, or you're going to use the break of this one to look for longs. Now look at the two structures, guys. Look at the two channels, right? Look at the two channels here. Do you see that although we've broken outside the inner one, but the outer one we have not? Like I said, it depends on which one you want to use. But what we know is ultimately once the outer channel breaks, and then it also breaks this structure here, then this is the move we most likely going to see, a continuation. So at the moment it is broken out, right? We are busy going up now. So we just need this one to break now, right? If you're holding long positions, we just need this one to break, right? We just need this one to break, and then boom. Then we're likely going to see this pushing towards the upside. You see how it is? So yeah, so Bitcoin, just be patient with this one. Ride the wave, and then you should be sorted, right? You should be sorted. If you look at Ethereum, the same thing as well, right? So Ethereum, this one also is bullish. You see that? It's bullish. It's going to continue pushing up, right? So what we can do for now is to take this, do this for now. There we go. Now I'm going to draw a channel here, right? And then I'm looking for this price. So we could see Ethereum hitting above, let's say 5.6 or 5.5. Let's look at the round figure, 5,500, right? So that is my target on Ethereum, right? Obviously, one of my targets on Ethereum, 5.5, right? At the moment, it's on 4,000, I think 300, okay? So Ethereum, same thing. Ethereum is going to push up. There's a retracement forming at the moment on Ethereum, right? It is going to continue pushing up. Just a matter of time, right? Just a matter of time until this push towards the upside. It is bullish. And we need one more push towards the upside. One more push towards the upside. There we go. Yeah. So Ethereum waiting for a higher low, and then we know we're going to continue pushing up. There. Just like that. All right. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, guys. Where is Bitcoin? Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are bullish. So Bitcoin, we just need a break. Then we know we're pushing up. We're not expecting Bitcoin to go down. That, according to what we see right now, we're not expecting Bitcoin to go down. We're not expecting Ethereum to go down. All right. So yeah. So that is what we have at the moment. So USD JPY, we've already gone through that. Good afternoon, sir. I want to learn forex trading. Yeah, no, Isabel, all you need to do is to send us an email, contact us on care@TD Markets. tdmarkets.com, right? So Isabel, contact us on care@tdmarkets.com. CHF-JPY, yo, let's see what it's doing. It's been a while since I looked at CHF-JPY. It should be going up because of the yen significantly depreciating in value. So CHF-JPY should be going up. All right. Now look at this, guys. There's a significant, yen is losing value, right? And there's a lot of reasons why yen is losing value, right? Some of the reasons is the interest rate differentials, right? And the monetary policy divergence. What that basically means is that if you take a look at, there's a wide divergence between the interest rates in the US and the interest rates in Japan, right? So there's a wide divergence. So that is one of the reasons why, right, the yen is losing value, right? Also, you've got what's happening politically in Japan is as a result of this. So we're anticipating this to continue to lose value, yen to continue losing value, all right? So if you take a look at CHF-JPY, At the moment, there's no setup on this one, right? Let me see. There's no setup on this one. If you go to the lower time frames, then we are seeing a setup, right? So let me just do analysis on this one here. Let's see where price is coming from. All right. So as you guys can see, I don't have analysis on CHF JPY. I'm gonna do it from scratch with you guys and keep it very simple, right? So the momentum remains bullish. What we have now is a pattern on CHF JPY, which is gonna push price a little bit towards the downside. So what you see right now is a pattern, all right? Now this pattern is gonna push price towards the downside. So for this pattern to complete, it has to come back down to this low. You see that? So one more push just to complete the pattern. One more push, it's gonna break this low. It's also gonna break this low. And once that happens, then this is the pattern that's most likely gonna form. This pattern here. You see that? It's a continuation pattern. So once it breaks below this low, then at any point it can change and go up at any point. So all you need to know is that, if I'm looking for a buy, I would wait for price to break this low first, right? Then I know within this area, that is where my buys are gonna be, within this area, right? So yeah, so we're gonna get one more push down. I'm on the 1 hour time frame, one more push down. This move to me is not worth selling, right? I'm not gonna sell this move. I'm looking for the big move to the upside there, just like that. So keep an eye on this, right? Looks like it's gonna go down one more time to complete the pattern, and then the big move is gonna be to the upside. Yeah, so that's Swiss yen. Yo, it's been a while since we spoke about Swiss yen, right? Beautiful setup. If you ask me, this is a beautiful setup, right? This is what happened on Ethereum, guys, right? Let me show you Ethereum quickly. You see this formation. If you look at Ethereum, it's exactly what happened on Ethereum, right? Let me zoom in. So you see on Ethereum, you had this push down, this push up, and then this push down. Now this move to the downside, it needed to break below this low. It needed to break below this low. In fact, let me put these charts next to one another. So you've got Swiss yen on the right. You've got Swiss yen on the right. And then you've got Ethereum on the left. Right. So I just want to show you guys something here. So these are the same patterns. Look at that. So let me remove this. Let me also remove this. And let's do this. There we go. So now what do we see here? We see the same thing. Look at that. We see the same thing. Right? ETH went down. It broke past this low one more time. And then at any point here, it went up, right? So this one too, this is the low. It has to break this low one more time. And then at any point here, make a push towards the upside. Is there a possibility, make a push towards the upside? So yeah, so that's basically it. That is how Swiss yen is looking, right? Is there a possibility it can close the gap? There's always a possibility, right? The gap you're talking about, there's always that possibility. So we just need to follow price, right? This gap. I'm not sure if it's gonna close the gap. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. If it does close the gap, then good, right? That means you're gonna get a trade opportunity, right? But if it doesn't, then we're likely gonna see this pattern complete, and then one more push towards the upside, right? So it remains to be seen whether it's gonna close the gap or not. You see how it is. So let's see what's gonna happen week in, week out. Let's see what's gonna happen. NZD USD, where is it? Right. So at the moment, there's no setup on NZD USD at the moment, right? The setup was on this move on Tuesday. That's when the market fell on Tuesday, right? It completed this flag and then it went down, right? So this was in fact, this week's setup on NZD USD. At the moment, there's nothing concrete on NZD USD that you can use, right? It is still trading within this bearish structure. It has come back to tap this low one more time, right? So we'll see what's going to happen there, right? Where it is, yeah, it's a little bit unclear at the moment. I don't see anything significant here. Yeah, I don't see anything significant on NZD USD, all right? So just wait for it to develop your setups, right? In terms of the setups I would look for, or we would look for, it's not there. The structure is still bearish, right? Still bearish, but the setup for now is not there, right? So just wait for price to develop. Let it develop your setup, right? Let it develop your setup, and then we'll take it from there. All right, but at the moment, NZD USD, there's nothing much, right? So let's see next week. Let's come back next week. We'll talk more about this. All right. Euro USD. We've already spoken about Euro USD. So, Aaron, maybe just rewind, right? Rewind. We've already spoken about Euro USD, AUD USD. We've already spoken about them, right? So Euro USD remains bearish. Euro USD, nothing has changed. It's going back down to this low, right? It remains bearish. All right. Exactly what we spoke about on Tuesday. And then AUD USD is the one that's a little bit two-sided. All right. So let's see. Yeah. So this one is still within the range here, right? So we're expecting price to drop, right? So let's see if it's going to reject this and go down, right? If it breaks towards the upside, we'll come back and reanalyze, because if it breaks, it's going to give us this possibility if it breaks, right? But as it is, we're anticipating price to shoot towards the downside. So Euro USD remains bearish. GBP USD as well, right? They remain bearish. So yeah. Let's see. CAD JPY. CAD JPY, yeah. CAD JPY, guys. Remember we spoke about it going up, right? How many months ago? Look at this. Remember the direction on CAD JPY. We said CAD JPY is going back to this high, right? You can go back and verify this what I'm saying right now, guys, right? But we've been bullish on CAD JPY. We've been bullish, right? It was creating this big correction. It formed this big correction, which it got complete when price broke this low. When price broke this low, the correction was done. So meaning that at any point below this low, we were going to get a push towards the upside. You see that? Now look what happened. It's moving up as per the analysis. And where's the target? Is right here. This is where the target is. Right here, right? So at the moment, guys, the yen is weak. The yen is weak, right? Let me say extremely weak. So you wouldn't want to buy the yen at the moment. Extremely weak, right? So you wouldn't want to buy the yen. So yeah, so CAD JPY, it's going back to that high. It can possibly break it, but for now we're gonna look at that point, look at that high for now, right? So we just need our corrections. We just need our corrections here, right? So this is another example of what we spoke about. When was it? In July. Imagine. Around July, in fact, not only in July, but around April, before the market broke this area, right? In April, we said that this is going to push towards the upside. That was late April, right? And we've just been patient with it, waiting for it to develop, and then boom. So each and every week, we just update the setups, So this one has not changed. We continue pushing towards the upside. We continue pushing towards the upside. That's CAD JPY. Keep a very close eye on it, right? Keep a very close eye on it. Euro pound is not clear at the moment. So Euro pound, let's go to it. Yeah. So Euro pound, it's not clear at the moment. It might break down. It might continue up because it's still trading within this channel. All right. So there are two possibilities here, especially since it's coming from this high. There are two possible scenarios from here, right? This can continue pushing up, provided that it does not break. But if it breaks down, then it's likely gonna give us a different scenario, right? So these are the two possibilities on euro yen at the moment. I mean euro pound at the moment. It is currently on the trend line. So we've got these two possibilities. A bounce will take us back up. A break is gonna take us down. So we just need to wait and see what price is trying to do. You see that? You just need to wait for price to do what it wants to do. All right? And then the pound odd, yeah, that one has not gone up as yet. It's still going down, right? So this is how pound odd is looking. The last time I told you guys that I'm looking for that push towards the upside. So it's not ready as yet. So where could pound odd go? Well, for one, looks like it's going back here. It's coming back here for one. All right. So one more push down. And then from there, it would be at the bottom of the channel. You see that it's going back to the bottom of the channel, as well as that support or that structure there. Right. So you just follow this trend. And then from there, we'll talk about what could happen up next, right? Because you've got this possibility if it bounces. If it breaks, you've got this possibility, right? Only when it reaches this low, right? So then we just have to wait a little bit. But as it is right now, it's going back to that low, all right? It's going back to that low as it is right now. So let's see what's going to happen. That's pound AUD, all right? And then USD CAD, same script, you know, it's bullish, same script. In fact, this one, there's a pattern that's forming on this one, right? Let me do this. So USD CAD is going back to this high, right? That's where it's coming from. It's going back to this high. So now there's a pattern that's forming. You see this pattern? It's exactly what happened with German 30 this week. Exactly what happened. So now a break of this flag, this is what we're going to see. A breakout, this is what we most likely going to see. Most likely going to see. Right, so this is a setup for this week actually. A setup for this week. So wait for it, you know, to do what it's doing. And then, yeah, boom, one more push towards the upside. GBP NZD. Yeah, that one, it's done. GBP NZD, it's done, right? It went back to the top. Look at this. It went back to the top. It's done, right? Let's do this. There was a setup here this week. There was a setup here, right? And then price went up. It went back to this high, right? So now from that high, what could happen now, right? We could be getting a reversal. We could be getting a reversal because the cycle is done. Let's look at the daily time frame. Yeah, that's a very, very deep rejection. So let me do this. All right. Yeah, so you see this resistance here, right? So obviously we are getting a rejection, a huge rejection from that resistance. So the idea is to see if price is going to respect this resistance, right? If it respects that resistance, then the possibility we're going to get here is this one towards the downside, right? It's already rejecting this, right? There's a very aggressive rejection. So it's just a matter of time before we get a push towards the downside. So we would then wait and see, right? Is price gonna go back for a retest, right? Is this gonna happen? If it happens, then we know we're looking for a continuation down. Yeah, so this one, looking at this possibility now, one more push down, right? We could go back to retest, or this can just break. It can just break there, just like this. Right, so let's see what's going to happen next week. So that's GBP NZD. Mr. T, rumors around say that we could have NFP next week Friday. Is it? There's rumors that we could have NFP next week Friday. Yeah, if they're gonna release that, I mean that would have been 2 weeks. It would have been 2 weeks of the government shutdown. So if they're gonna release the report, then yeah, we're gonna have that NFP session. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure if we're gonna have that on the calendar. It's here on the calendar, right? You see that we've got NFP on the calendar next week. So let's see, right? At the moment, it's tentative. So meaning that there could be a further delay. It could be cancelled. So let's see, right? So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. The 17th of October. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how the markets are. This is what we see right now. The direction we spoke about 3 months ago, the market is still moving that direction, right? So keep an eye on these setups. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on these setups. I mean, gold continues. Look at this. Look at gold at the moment. You see that? There we go. We spoke about gold in this session, a break towards the upside, potentially getting that push up there. All right. So gold will continue pushing up. Your NASDAQ, US 30s are going to continue pushing up. All right. So just understand your setups, know what confirms entries, know your technique, know what you use to find your entries, stick with it, continue developing that, continue back testing it, right? It's important that you continue back testing your entries just to get better and better. And then all you do is you just wait for price to give you those setups. Once that happens, boom, you are sorted. All right. But yeah, I'm happy. I don't want to lie, I'm happy. Spot on market analysis. This is what you get from TD Markets Academy, right? So if you guys want to learn how we do this, how myself and Ash do this, right? The TD Markets Academy is there. We focus purely on market structure because market structure is king, right? Market structure is king. Whatever you do, as long as you understand market structure, then you can develop any system. Market structure is the foundation. You understand it, you master it, then you can develop any system, be it a breakout, a retest, anything. So we focus more on that, right? So care@tdmarkets.com, that is our email. Get in touch with us, and then we'll get in touch with you on our sessions. All right, that's it from myself, guys. It has been a good week. It's a Thursday. Have a good week further. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you guys back on Tuesday. Yeah, we'll catch you guys back on Tuesday. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.